welcome to episode 19 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Chesterfield. Right, what we got for an introduction? There's a lot of comments criticising the centre-backs, saying that we need to scout more. I don't know how invested you are in the series, but that's kind of already happening. And we have some reports back from Tanzania, Kenya and Cambodia. I'm not going to hype them up, they were absolutely terrible to be honest, but we do have two players that we could bring into the first team. Firstly, from Tanzania, Nasoro Issa, 49-69 overall with a potential of 68-94. And then if we move into Kenya, Benchmaker has found Evans Owino at 57-77 overall and 67-80 potential. You know, these reports were so bad that I didn't rename anyone else. Yeah, low-key, last couple of days, not very well, man. But we're cracking on with it. Let's bring in Nasoro Issa, £1.2 million valuation, get him promoted straight into the senior team, and we might as well give Evans Owino a shot, even though his potential looks pretty poor. Could see a double debut at the back. Alright, listen to this one. I've struck a deal with the guy who asked for Malta for us to get rid of Keith Abella and for us to use Malta as the country for our backup goalkeeper, which I absolutely jumped at, to be honest, because I don't think Aurelio Patti's up to much. Keith Abella, he's 14 years old, and if we had more slots in this youth squad, I would allow him to get to 16 so he can move on to Mansfield and still have a career. But it's a long, long way away, and we ain't got time for that. Alright, last of the comments that I picked out is a bit of a real talk, so just listen up. I did have a few mentions about how bad the haircut is. My mum, who's a hairdresser, she's always cut my hair, but she realised that I was aggravated with longer hair. She offered to cut it even though she's got a broken wrist, which I thought was lovely. I looked in the mirror after it was done. I realised it wasn't perfect myself, but honestly, it doesn't matter because I am so appreciative that she went through that trouble to make my life a little bit easier. And you give it about a week or two and you won't even realise that it was cut dodgy. I wanted to make that clear because I won't be entertaining any of them comments, nor do I want them to be slated. They didn't know the backstory behind this haircut. I guess it's just another reason why you shouldn't be a negative Nancy online. Today's scenario is all about Chris Bancroft. Take it away, Posh Cutsy. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here. How are you doing? Lo and behold, Chris Bancroft actually asked out Margot Robbie. Flip a coin to see if he succeeds. If he does, he will go up +2 in his potential and his overall. If he fails, he is unavailable for this episode because he is heartbroken. Okay! Toodles! I swear Margot Robbie's like 30 odd. Going out with an 18-year-old, bit dodge, but it's not like Bancroft don't mind. Flip a coin. Heads?
It's heads.
Yes, it is heads! That's right! Get stuck in there, Chrissy lad. What a guy! Don't know if he needs the overall boost, but he certainly needs the potential boost because he's at 64, going up to 66. Probably even make him a centre-back after all this, because I do think he has a bug. He can't actually develop as a centre-back, which is so bizarre. So it's all happening in Chris Bancroft's world. The change in position might actually move him on to 60 overall. Congratulations. You know what? I've just realised that he's so good across the board. Why has the man got 52 shooting? Get you a lad that can do everything. That's probably why Margot has found him so attractive. Don't think there's anything else to talk about, so let's get into the opponent analysis. Away against Shrewsbury Town in 18th place. They have one win in their last 5 in a 4-1-4-1 Swiss-style football. We are going to play the two new potential centre-back candidates together, throwing them in the deep end. Shrewsbury Town against Chesterfield. Jambe's deflected cross results in a throw-in. Jambe to Sorokin. That's a nice find if Krasutski is onside. To the edge of the box, Sorokin not finding anybody else in purpley pink. What even is this colour? Play it in. Oh, what a find that is by Krasutski. Kjot Sanson skips past the challenge, but the shot is blocked. Shipley's taking it off Darassi. First real challenge for the new centre-backs. There was a slight foul in there. It slowed down the progression for Shrewsbury. They still get a shot off, though. Darassi to Billy Blissett. Use the central midfielders. Big Enos Jam. That's an erratic back heel if I've ever seen one. Lloyd now for Shrewsbury. Sliding tackle is absolutely perfect by Darassi. Took an age for me to select Enos Jam there. Gave Shrewsbury a little bit more space on the edge of the box. But the shot is comfortably saved by Alfie Hanford. Jambe to try and race out of danger. Degazon back to the speed merchant. What has he got in store? Can he play a through ball to Krasutski? He can, but the strikers are not having a good time of it. And if we can't get that two-striker striker combination down, then I think we will call upon the 4-4-1-1 very soon. Enos Jam left the ball behind. It's quite a balanced game, which to me signals that we are better than 22nd place and that we should be by the end of this season safe from relegation. Get on it, Issa. Poor standing tackle and across to the back stick. What a block that is by Degazon. And that defensive effort gets us to the second half with the deadlock yet to be broken. Nothing in attack is working out so far. I just feel like Kjartansson is happier as a lone striker. Let's go back to the old reliable for the last 30 minutes of this game, but we apply what we know works with the defence and the midfield. Few substitutions coming on: Liverdini, Tobgi and Smeaton to hopefully swing this match in our favour. Lloyd very isolated up front for Shrewsbury Town, but he's doing a great job of holding that ball up. We've had no shots on target yet. Shrewsbury have had 7. The goalkeeper has been made to work. We are holding up all right at the moment. That's a great standing tackle by Issa. I don't want to say that this has 0-0 written all over it, but it does have 0-0 written all over it. I want to point out, just in terms of general play, we are playing far better in the 4-4-1-1. Where does that leave us? What does that do to all the strikers not named Erika Kjartansson? Defensively, this is just so much more sound. Tobgi on the left-hand side. Kjartansson went a bit early. Thankfully, the pass has actually gone to Enos Jam, and he's made the absolute most of it! We've won the game with big Enos Jam! And that, I think, puts him on 7 goals level with Kjartansson this season. He's chasing a golden boot from midfield.
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
£75, train from Birmingham to Leeds. I hate this country. You just can't go wrong with a 4-4-1-1. We've been lying to ourselves, quite frankly. We struck gold straight away. Enos Jam, edge of the box. That's wide, but the full-time whistle goes there. And we've already eclipsed the points total from last episode. Big Enos Jam. Yeah! No one can touch the amazing Enos. Sod all the external noise. Tobias Tanner knew what he was doing. This is the formation for Chesterfield. It always has been. I shall call it the TT special. Now, will it be like clockwork against 4th place Barnesley? This is going to be a tough nut to crack. 5-3-2 holding. They haven't lost in the last 5. It's tiki-taka football. Everything really points to a frustrating day in the office. I honestly think Krasutski still has a part to play in the team. He's left-footed. He's got rapid play style. He could easily make it as a left midfielder. Let's go. Chris Bancroft. Oh, he's full of confidence. What a slide challenge. You see how central Krasutski is playing because of the instructions. That will help him. Be like a wide shadow striker maybe. Enos Jam! Oh, didn't connect with that one properly. Degazon back to the goalkeeper. He's trying out left back and he seems quite comfortable there. Stepped up, interception by Walden, but he's tripped up by his own man. That is absolutely pathetic. Degazon recovery. Far better defensive display. Oh, it's a penalty. 100%. The referee has got it right, but the attacker has made the absolute most of the contact. Just another moment of learning for Rico. Walden, the shot hit the post. We're off the hook. Sorriman down the line. Oh, that's a great pick out. Kjartansson's onside. And we have our first big chance. That could have been a total gut punch for Barnsley if it had found the back of the net. The wet weather is causing all sorts of calamities on the pitch. Well in Hanford. So long as the scoreline stays at 0-0, I will be delighted. We are making chances happen. Let's go, Enos Jam. A long shot. Needs to be a bit better than that to beat Smith. When it all opens up for him, he is such a danger. Bendanya into Kjartansson. The turn was on just for a brief moment. It was a very important standing tackle. Oh, Bancroft's got a booking. 65 minutes on the clock. That could have big repercussions by the end of the game. Don't tackle, don't tackle. No, referee, that's not a foul. It's wide open at the back here. Rico Walden trying to get across, and his big frame does the job. We are hanging on by a thread. Rico Walden putting himself in the right positions. Penton on an injury is trying to fly down the right-hand side. Kjartansson leapt highest, but there was very, very little chance of this header going in. Nice to see that Penson has recovered from that slight injury. That's Enos's ball all day, and Penson looks up for the Kjartansson run and might have stuck this pass. Oh, inches away. So it just turns out that this formation is big time as we hold on against 4th place Barnesley. Even though TT doesn't have his coaching badges, we now have a clear example that he does read the game quite well. We went toe-to-toe out there and it was almost 50-50. Barnsley should have scored that penalty kick. We'll take the point gleefully. Next fixture's in 13 days. It's a resting period. Estefanos moving to central attacking midfield, and there's confirmation of Sandri Roberto moving to PSV from January up till July. Third game of the episode, we're away against Stevenage. They might be in 16th place, but they have a good run of form. I really don't know what's going on with their formation. Their centre-backs are so far apart. Might be a field day for Kjartansson wing play football, so they're just trying to overload, see if our fullbacks crack at any point. This is a job for Christy Mayer and Jamal Darassi. Let's go and win another one. For some reason, Sheringham is on the right-hand side. It seems like I didn't swap him for Andrew Sorman. That's going to be a waste of a substitution. Go on, lad. Put a ball over the top. Kjartansson might be on it. Yes! Shrugs off the defender. Oh! Big Sheringham! That doesn't make you a right midfielder, mate, but it's a great ball nonetheless. Although with the overloads that they are no doubt going to try and do, Sheringham there on the right might be a good call, you know. Patty apparently making his debut even though he's not in the team. That's smart. Here's Sheringham, ball into Kjartansson. Somehow he finds his terrible defending. Kjartansson's having a field day. Oh, yes, mate. Fill your boots in. What is that? From the centre-backs. Okay, so maybe Sheringham is a right midfielder after all. I honestly don't know what's going on with this team. Sheringham getting marked up, which helps Enos Jam do this in the midfield. The power! Unbelievable! And if he applied a long shot at the end of that, we would have been screaming for it. I keep on forgetting that we have killer chants in this series. I really need to bang them out. Things you absolutely love to see. Issa's not put a foot wrong. It's a great find from the legend Rolly Sepp. Alfie Hanford smashes away and we're not far off the half-time whistle. Kjartansson stung that ball when he could have just played it quite easily to Enos Jam. Darassi trying to make an interception, but it's quite glued to Stevenage. That's a great slide tackle, and still somehow Stevenage got through and found a goal. I don't know how they weaved through that. It was the last kick of the first half, and it's made it a bit more nervy than what it should be. They got this ball right to Tyrese Simpson. Be really dodgy if they score a second now. That looks a bit suspect to me. What a pain in the backside. We had a great first half. It's all for nothing at the moment. Sorokin moves the ball onto Ruwako. We need Kjartansson in a really good spot to cross this. Tobki threads it, and now we got Enos Jam. Heavy touch might have helped if there wasn't someone behind the centre-back. Tyrese Simpson with far too much space. Darassi puts in a last-ditch standing tackle. 2 added minutes showing Simpson. I don't know what he's doing with that ball. Is the referee going to give us one more attack? Ruwako, almost gets it to Kjartansson. Very good feet there by the Stevenage defender, and we're going to have to settle for a point. I'm not too happy with that one. A really weird middle portion of the game where Stevenage just switched on from out of nowhere. Feels like a bit of a robbery. Onwards we go. Chesterfield against Bristol Rovers is the next match. Rovers have only won one of their last 5 games. It's tiki-taka football in a 5-3-2 holding. Alfie Hanford is on international duty, which should mean that Aurelio Patti starts in between the sticks, but I actually trust Enrico Walden more. Honestly, I think we might be doing him a disservice trying to force him to become a centre-back. In reality, he should take up the mantle of second-choice goalkeeper. The rain has wreaked havoc on my team more than usual this episode. A lot of weather-based mistakes in those first 2 games. I'm hoping for it to settle down a bit, give us the rub of the green, and give Enos Jam some space to shoot. That will drop to Enos Jam. He's about 30-35 yards away from goal. and there's no chance for a long shot. They are packed in. So what do you do when there's no long shot opportunities? You cue the music and let Enos Jam roll forward. Big amazing Enos. That is a solo goal from the gods. Who knew that a big lad at 6'6" could move like that? Now hopefully that opens up the game. Enos Jam, his interception gives Chesterfield the possession again. Ruocco, don't trunk that. We're just waiting for the right time to cross in. They never felt like a right time. Smeaton applying some pressure. That's into Enos Jam, who's going to try and wriggle his way forward again. Corner kick, yes. And we'll have him as the target for these corner kicks. Off the line. It is still Enos Jam who tried to fire the ball forward. See it through to half-time, lads. Don't want a repeat of the Stevenage game. Smeaton should have done better. Bancroft sensational. Bristol Rovers still being so defensive disappoints me. If they go for it, surely this game opens up. And there will be more goals. That could have been a red card. Rico Walden yet to be troubled. Oh, good save, mate. And if we defend properly from here, we should be winning the game. Ruocco has time to clear, and that will be full time with Chesterfield getting their second win of the episode. Overall, a dull encounter with very few highlights, which usually would push us to a fifth game. But I'm not going to stretch myself. I am still feeling the illness from last week. I'm a bit sick of it, to be honest, so it's time to look after myself and shift the virus. We're up into 17th place, and that loss for Bristol Rovers dropped them into trouble. We've got a chase on for the Golden Boot. Enos Jam on 8 goals, Kjartansson on 9. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansson? Is it Kjartansson? Yeah, I'll make sure to use the chance more frequently. I keep on forgetting. I really shouldn't. This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. If you've enjoyed it, then please give the video a like. If you're not subscribed around here yet, then press the red box down below and hit the bell icon for mobile notifications. A big thanks to everybody on the right-hand side supporting me financially over on Patreon. You can too, with the link down in the description box. Cheers to each and every one of you watching this series, episode in, episode out. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Yes, Chris Bancroft, total Rizmaster, would charm the pants off your mother if he wanted to. His name might be Chris, but you can call him Daddy.